Welcome back to a few days in my life. It is now Thursday evening and it has already been a super long work week. I am just quickly throwing together some dinner for us. This is a quinoa salad with some chickpeas, feta. I think I threw in some parsley and then some pickled shallots that I had whipped up earlier this week as well. And this ended up being super delicious and quick to throw together and was a great sort of side dish for dinner. And if you've never made pickled shallots, I highly recommend. They are pretty delicious. You can also make pickled red onions, which is just as delicious. And then I also threw together a quick vinaigrette that I had in my fridge. And then to accompany this quinoa salad, we are having some not smoked salmon, I wish, but we are just cooking up some salmon fillets that I had frozen in my freezer. I generally keep a lot of meat in my freezer, so whenever I'm deciding what to have for dinner that day, I just pull out meat or I'll marinate it ahead of time. I'm throwing in some walnuts to add to the quinoa salad. Toasted walnuts on any salad is amazing. And as you can see, I'm just pan frying this salmon on a super high heat, and it is going to be very quick to cook up and very delicious. I don't always add butter afterwards, but this time I did. Alright guys, and this is the final product. I had chopped up those walnuts and added them to the salad, and this was truly delicious. I don't know if any of you guys have ever had kefir water, but I've been making it the last 6 months and I love it. As you can see, I'm doing what I tell people not to do, which is spill it everywhere when you open it. It does get pretty effervescent, or what the heck is that word? Anyway, it gets super fizzy, which is delicious. All right, it is the next morning. I am just heading downstairs, getting ready to start another busy last work day of the week. As you can see, I'm just reading my Bible and getting the morning going.
But here in your arms I can't leave now, 'cause I don't wanna let go of us. Got lost somewhere along the way, chasing the grass that looked greener, lost sight of my reason to stay. But one look from you draws me nearer, so I don't wanna let go. Love has a funny way of growing, for those that don't mind slowing down. Time is as fleeting as the sunset, hiding in the evening clouds. So live with me here in this moment. I've started to notice a change, and every morning I see you, lovely in all kinds of ways. I can't express what it means to me when I come home to this. Love has a funny way of growing.
And then I am just juicing some lemon water for Andrew. He has been sleeping in a little bit because he's kind of been fighting a cold this week, but I figured I'd let him sleep in since he still has to get a lot of work done and it doesn't hurt to get extra sleep. Right now I'm just throwing together a quick batch of waffle dough since I figured we haven't had waffles in a while, so it just sounded really good. And I am just going to whip this all up and set it in the fridge so that after my workout, I can just quickly come cook these up. And again, since it's so early in the morning and there's not a whole lot on my agenda quite yet, I just thought I would whip up this batter and have it ready to go for breakfast time. It is time to do coffee. I don't always put collagen in my coffee, but I'd say I do about 80% of the time. It's supposedly good for your, skin and fingernails and hair and all that fun stuff. So and you don't really taste it in your coffee, so it's pretty nice to add to the morning coffee. As you can see, I'm smelling my cream. I wasn't really sure if it was still good or not, but I had it anyway. So, all right, guys, you know the drill. I am getting a quick workout in this morning before I have to start the work day, and Andrew's not joining me this morning, so I am just quickly doing a quick stretch. Whenever you're in a desk chair all week, it just feels so good to stretch out your body and stretch out your back especially, and just move around a little bit. If you don't have one of these balls, they are great for stretching out your spine. I highly recommend. In today's workout, I started with a lot of stretching, again, since I had been in a chair all week working at a computer. And then you'll see we do a lot of sort of core exercises, and that also was a great thing to throw in this week, just to sort of get the body moving and grooving. All right, so I'm starting the workout with a plank, and you can do any variation of a plank. And then we're going into a side plank right after the regular plank. And I generally switch sides after 30 seconds. And again, you can do a lot of different variations of this workout. And then next, we're going straight into what I call Superman. And again, you can do a lot of variations of this movement as well. You can just hold your arms up. You can pull one arm back like you see I'm doing here. You can pull both arms back. You can really work your muscles a lot of different ways. This is a great exercise. I highly recommend. And then next, we're just doing some of these donkey kicks. And this is just kind of a nice, easy one to add in to the workout today. And then throwing in some glute bridges at the end, just doing a minute of that as well. And then again, we're going to repeat everything 2 more times. So everything we did for a minute and we're going to do it at least 3 times. So I highly recommend this workout. It doesn't seem that hard, but you will sweat, I will say. Holding these planks for a full minute really does get your body temperature up, and it is difficult. It's definitely not as hard as lifting weights or anything, but it's still a hard workout. You will definitely be sweating by the end of it. All right, and I am just gonna get an hour of work in before breakfast, and I am just coming down, and we grabbed that waffle batter that we had in the fridge from early this morning, and I am getting that cooked up for breakfast, and that will be a delicious way to sort of mix it up. We normally do have a savory breakfast, but once in a while it is nice to have kind of something a little different than just eggs and the normal. So again, we enjoy waffles or baby Germans, just throwing it in, mixing it up. All right, back to work with the rest of the day. And then as you can see, I threw together a quick dinner because it had been a long work day and I was done. All right, guys, it is the next morning. It is Saturday and I am throwing together some muffins this morning because I am going to a ladies' brunch at church this morning and I am supposed to bring something. So I decided I would whip up some banana muffins since that's pretty easy to do. And these ended up being super delicious and pretty easy and quick to cook up this morning before I sort of got the day going. Now that these muffins are made, I am just going to relax, enjoy my coffee, and get ready to go to this event, which is this morning. So I am just quickly kind of throwing on some makeup, and I am going to curl my hair today. I'd say I very rarely curl my hair because it just takes way too much time and it's not like great for your hair. So I generally wear my hair in a braid, to be honest. Sometimes I just wear it in a bun or up some way, but it's fun to do your hair once in a while and just wear it down. So that is what I'm doing today. And that hair oil I showed you before, I highly recommend. It doesn't make your hair too greasy, but it kind of gives it a nice glossy shine. Alright guys, this is the outfit. These are just some Wrangler jeans that I've had since forever, and I've also had this top since forever, so I can't tell you where to find it. Alright, now that I am done getting ready for the day, I am quickly throwing together some breakfast so I can eat before I leave the house today, and of course so I can feed Andrew before I leave the house today.
Tastes like Barcelona, a place I've never been before. Where you live with your new lover, not thinking of me anymore. An angel that walked into my life at the wrong time. That's why whiskey makes me cry.
This morning we are just having some scrambled eggs with some goat cheese, and I toasted up some English muffins that I had made the week before, and then we are throwing on the side some bacon and good old hot sauce. Alright guys, I'm finally made it in my car and I have the muffins and we are headed to today's ladies' brunch. Alright guys, I'm back home and I'm just quickly throwing together a dinner for us this Saturday evening. I'm kind of making a quick homemade pasta with some homemade tomato sauce. I'm also doing some pasta and I cooked up some steak, and then I have some roasted squash in the oven. I'm going to kind of make a sauce with the tomato and the squash, and it's supposed to be kind of like a creamy pasta with, I guess, steak as our protein. So this ended up being super delicious. I highly recommend, making this. I wish I had a recipe, but again, I just kind of winged this and threw it together I haven't been making pasta that often, but or really at all recently, but it just sounded good. So again, I'm adding in my noodles to this sauce that has the squash and the pureed tomatoes. And then I also threw in some broccoli from my freezer, and I'm going to throw that in there as well as a little bit of vegetable.
That walked into my life at the wrong time. That's why.
I hope you guys enjoyed spending a few days with me this week. We really enjoyed this pasta. I highly recommend if you are in the mood for something a little different. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you next week.